Well, Arsenal are battling for Randal Muani with the side of Man City. And this looks like a very huge battle that is really being looked at into the winter transfer window that commences on the 1st of January to the 31st of January. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? We're going to be talking Tottenham Hotspur defender Cristian Romero, and we're also going to be talking Richarlison. One of those stories that I believe I'm going to be dropping on lately for you guys to know how these players really went ahead obviously start football and see how far it requires you to obviously be resilient and say I'm not stopping, because sometimes when you reach that breaking point, maybe that's when all is really gonna be into the making to obviously make you get where you deserve to be. Remember, we are powered by Mono Gadgets, dealers in brand new phones and brand new laptops, and you can call them on +256 70 99 88 665. They do have one. They also have used phones and used laptops from the United Kingdom. They also have smartwatches. So if you need a smartphone that is really affordable, go ahead and obviously call them on that number and you'll thank me later as Rock and David, right? So that is exactly what is happening in between us and Mono Gadgets, and they've been with us for some months. You know how many months so far? I think it's coming to 4 months when you're advertising with them. And you people have been so supportive and continue to call that number to see to it that you guys enjoy yourselves. Now, there is a myth going around at Arsenal, and people believe that Arsenal is really missing a centre forward. That's why you see to it that they are being linked to this guy in the January transfer window. And this is the story that we are really broadcasting to you right about now, coming in through from Grammy Bailey. Says Arsenal and Man City both watched Randal Muani during the recent international window. PSG ready to let Kolo Muani leave in January and would consider a short-term loan. He's not in Luis Enrique's plans. Now, I look at Arsenal as a team that them not scoring very many goals is not that they're really lacking a centre forward, because they're having very many players at Arsenal that can really do the job. Kai Havertz, Jesus, Trossard, who else? Even Raheem Sterling can play the false number 9, but it depends on what I think the board is really thinking about. If they believe that they need a centre forward to come up and compete with Kai Havertz, then that will be their decision, you know. But we have to keep in mind that Leandro Trossard walked off the pitch when he's playing for Belgium when he's limping, and it is said he might have gone ahead to sustain an injury, but we haven't gone ahead to be told the extent of the injury. But it shows you that him being away might call in for Arsenal to really think twice. But Gabriel Jesus is there. He's not getting ample playing time, and you're looking in for Randal Muani. And Randal Muani coming in through at Arsenal wouldn't be bad, because Arsenal has a history of signing French players. That wouldn't be bad. But the problem is, the problem is, will he get enough playing time? He's leaving PSG because he's not getting ample playing time. You get? And he's coming at Arsenal, where they're really having a player known as Kai Havertz, who almost plays 90 minutes in every game. And by the way, he doesn't get injured. You understand? That has really seen a guy known as Gabriel Jesus even miss out onto very many games. He just comes in most of the times. And Randal Muani, when he came in through to play in the Champions League against Arsenal, he never got enough minutes. So I don't find Arsenal as a direct solution to Randal Muani not getting ample playing time. Remember, they signed him from Frankfurt for some huge money, and he's 25 years of age. You get? And when you look at Man City, who are also in the queue, I think Man City are better beneficiaries for Randal Muani than Arsenal. Why? For Man City, I've already told you that they create or they deliberately create chances for their number 9, something that Arsenal doesn't do. And I was really having a discussion with my friend yesterday on phone, and I told him people should really differentiate having created very many chances in the season and really creating those chances, targeting your number 9. You might be a team that comes out, obviously, create very many chances, but when you're not targeting your number 9, Arsenal is not targeting their number 9. Ask yourself, why is it that in their season, when Jesus was really leading the line, he had to drop deep to obviously find himself really getting that ball into the final third, And it's the same thing that Kai Havertz does. He drops deep and he does the link-up play and the hold-up play, and then he really scores goals. So that means Arsenal's mechanism of play, they don't need that number 9 that is really going to sit there. They need a number 9 who is really going to involve himself into the play of the game. And I think Kai Havertz is doing it. So I don't think that like City. And that's where I believe if at home I'm Randal Muani, I go to City, because I know to it that they only have one centre forward. That is Erling Haaland. And when I go there, I'll get game time. Because when you look at the game time that Julian Alves really got at Man City, I think if at all Randal Muani gets it at City, he can really revive his career, because this team has been built to facilitate a number 9, right? It has been built to obviously facilitate a number 9. And I think he is really a very good finisher, by the way. I like the way he finishes. And all they have to do is simple, really get him in. So if I told him Randal Muani, I can choose City over Arsenal, I tell you, because at City there is guarantee that he's really gonna get game time. Like for example, in the Premier League, he went ahead to play 36 games last season. That is Julian Alves. He played 7 games in the Champions League. Those are 43 games. Club World Cup, he played 2. He played 1 game in the AFL Cup. Those are 44. Then he also played in the FA Cup, until he really reached the final. You understand? So that sends a message to you that the best side for him to go to is City, because the second striker really has a very huge chance to come in through and obviously play a very big part into this game of football. So I think if I told him Randal Muani, I choose Arsenal over City. But even at Arsenal, when he comes in, they can fit in well, because he likes dropping deep. He really has that acceleration. He's a good finisher. And the big task for Arteta and Pep on whoever gets him will be getting his mindset up and firing, that you can really get going. So let's wait and see how this story really develops. But looks like Randal Muani has been linked to other teams, even Tottenham Hotspur, Manchester United, Real Madrid, and very many others in the January transfer window, meaning that he's out of the plans of the manager, and that obviously puts him out. And I know that there is another guy coming in through, and he's known as, what's his name? Forgotten his name. He's known as, when is he returning? Goncalo Ramos. When Goncalo Ramos returns, obviously won't really have anywhere to play, because Kaylee has been trusted as the guy leading the line for the side of PSG, and that shows you that he's not gonna let this guy go. And the moment they really take in an attacking midfield, obviously play him as a center forward, you get to know that there is no future for you. He has played 11 games and he has 6 goals and 1 assist in the League One this season. So we wait and see how the deal of Randal Muani really goes on. Spurs fans, you should really be mourning again, because Eston Edul, he's really a close correspondent for the international team, has come out and told us that Tottenham Hotspur defender Cristian Romero was substituted by Argentina due to sustaining an injury to his right foot. So people have gone ahead to obviously sustain injuries during the international break, and one of those is Cristian Romero, and I'm like, oh my god, you get? Oh my god, he has gone ahead to obviously miss out onto a very big chance, because Spurs really need him. if there is anyone who needs him, Spurs is there to need the player. And if he's injured, then that is really very, very bad. So this will obviously is it Juragasin? Is it Dragasin? Something, I've forgotten his name, right? Who wants to leave? And Juventus want to sign him alongside Jakub Kivior of Arsenal sometime to obviously play alongside Van der Ven, you know, and see whether he really gets in. But we need to know the extent of the foot injury for Cristian Romero, because he's one of those players that I believe is really improving every other season that really passes by. And he's one of, if you ask me to name the top 5 right-sided centre-backs in the league, I think he might be among, with Saliba, then Ruben Diaz, Virgil van Dijk, Tokov, Fofana, and him. I know those are my best 5 according to me, and I think they can really push. So we are waiting for the pre-match press conference that is going to be conducted on Friday by Ange Postecoglou to obviously feed us in, you know, on what is really going to happen to this guy known as Cristian Romero, a player that has been pivotal into the season of Spurs. And when you look at how Spurs are really losing games, you obviously don't want to miss out onto your central defender. And in the first season of Ange Postecoglou, they really played very well and they really kept very many clean sheets in the first 10 games of the season. But in the other games, they went ahead to implode. But I think it's a very big miss, because he's a person that has proven himself. And him and William Saliba are on the shortlist of Real Madrid in the summer to obviously spend. And Madrid has gone ahead to obviously put out an announcement. They're going to obviously go into the market and sign 6 players for the very first time in very many years. And that means they really have the money. They've won the Champions League. I think they lifted the La Liga too. They have the World Cup. I think they're going to be playing it in December. They have the Super Cup. And they're having Kylian Mbappe in, who is really making them a lot of money. And they're like, let's go for big boys and really put them in here and take them or let them going. So that is what you're really having in through from that guy. So when Real Madrid is looking at you, it shows you that you are really going to hit, obviously, tick all the boxes. And you know how Real Madrid have going to hit to do good business in between themselves and Spurs and Real Madrid have been doing good businesses amongst themselves. And you've got to hit to see to it that Spurs have sold them players of £80 million twice, Gareth Bale and Luka Modric. Then for Spurs, they've gotten in Sergio Roglan from Real Madrid. Which other player have they gotten from Real Madrid, if at all I'm not mistaken? So that is it for that side. And this story of Richarlison, he's also a player at Tottenham Hotspur, but it's really touching. And he has said, I don't have enough fingers to count the number of clubs who rejected me. I was ready to give up on football, but I went to Belo Horizonte with just the money for an outward ticket for the last trial I had. If I didn't make it, I had no money to return home. Now, it shows you how resiliency pays off. And I think teams would have gone ahead obviously sign Richarlison, but I think in the trials he wasn't serious. But the day he went, when he's really having no return money, was like, I have to outperform myself. I have to outperform these managers and obviously get to know that this is Richarlison. Meaning that when he stepped on the training ground for the trials, he was like, this is not a do and die. It's a die occasion. And I'm really going to put my life on the line. And he did it. And he found himself really getting into big teams. And the rest is history. So I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below about Kolo Muani transfer battle. What do you make about it? Then you can as well come up and obviously have something to say about the guy called Cristian Romero injury and Richarlison's revelation, you know, on how he found himself staying in football on the day he had gone ahead to obviously make a decision that if I don't make it, I'm really gonna leave football for good. So guys, Thank you very much for watching through. Rokani David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later. And transfer stories are really coming in through, and I think we're really going to be having very many of those. But it looks like Arsenal is really looking in for centre forward, because I've seen another story that Isak is the #1 priority striker for the club of Arsenal in the summer transfer window of 2025. So all that and more will be broadcasted to you in here, provided you keep it Rokani Media Football. We sign out, and you're powered by Mono Gadgets, dealers in brand new phones and brand new laptops, and they also deal in used phones and used laptops from the United Kingdom. Also, they deal in affordable smartwatches. So call them on +256 70 99 88 665. You'll thank me later. Bye bye. See you.